Welcome, beautiful soul. I hope you enjoy this reading. All you need to do is pick a card. Pick 1, 2, or 3, whichever you are drawn to, okay? Pause this if you need to. Number 1, I'm going to read your message, and then number 2, and so on. However, if you were drawn to more than one card, please do listen to those messages. Listen to 1, 2, or 3, or all, depending on what you are drawn to. There are no rules here. It's whatever you feel guided towards, okay? Right. Okay. Now, before I begin, I really quickly want to share that I do offer personal readings, so please check the description for the link to book your personal reading. Now, let's begin. This first beautiful card is called Chalk. Now, I'm going to bring it closer to the camera because it is stunning. Chalk. We have the peacock feather and the beautiful, powerful eyes, which is a reflection of you and your strength, okay? She looks strong, does she not? Yes, she does. And the nature of this peacock feather, this is a connection with you, okay? You are not just a human. You are a spirit living inside this body. And this card is going to give you more information about what you need to hear today. Okay, I'm going to read the message and I'm going to give you my insight as well. So the card says you are being called to connect with nourishing forces. To accomplish this, you will need to step beyond ordinary reality for a time. Sacred, meaningful retreat will vary in duration depending on the needs of your soul. Do not be afraid to turn away from the outer world to commune with spirit and make peace with yourself and your soul journey. In doing so, you can claim the benefits, blessings, and bounties that are rightfully yours. Utilize them to heal yourself and strengthen the quality of your offering to the world. Your path and purpose shall become even more powerfully aligned with your heart. Wow. I just want you to take that in for a moment. Do you realize how powerful you are? Okay, because if you forgot, this is Spirit's way of reminding you. You have so much power within you, you can't even begin to comprehend. You have been through and traversed through so many lifetimes. You have so much wisdom to share. You have so much wisdom within you to help you on your journey. Sometimes you forget this. And this is Spirit's way of reminding you who you are. In order to connect with that wisdom and that power truly, this message is about connecting with Spirit, taking time away from the humanness of the life and stepping into the spiritual side and focusing inward more, okay? Meaningful sacred retreat. So ask yourself this, what can you do to create that? How can you give yourself that time, that space? Have a little think, and whatever comes to you, that is it. So I'm going to just let you have a little think for a moment. Okay, so the next part of your reading. In a diverse range of spiritual traditions, including African Vedic, Buddhist and Taoist spiritualities, the body is recognized as having its own innate organization. Any disruption of which results in suffering, such as illness or emotional dysregulation. White as a color vibration is believed to hold the properties of purity and higher order, which facilitates the realignment to natural spiritual organization of life, and in doing so, promotes healing. You notice the colors of this card, okay? White chalk holds particular sacred properties. It is created from various combinations of clay, fossil shells, ash, and sometimes salt. It is utilized in ritual ceremonies and customs amongst a diverse array of West African culture groups. It serves a purpose as internal medicine and as ritual, marking chalk to represent certain symbol meanings, such as initiation, or the presence of spiritual energies. It also functions as a sacred substance for offerings to ancestors. What I love about these cards, I just want to share with you, if you've not seen this deck before, these cards have so much depth to them. They tell a bit of a story that helps you to understand the message better. So this is the Alana Fairchild Medicine Heart. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish I was. Feel free to reach out, Alana. Yeah, it's funny how I know she's not going to see this, but I'm like, hey. Just manifesting that stuff. So look at it. It's so beautiful. I'd recommend it. Right, I'd recommend it. I love my card decks. I've got a library going on, but this one, there's something about the artwork that's so powerful and deep. If I had to describe this deck in 2 ways, it is powerful and deep. So if you were drawn to this, you were probably both of those things. I've made myself a nice little cappuccino and I'm having a swig. Right. Let me get back into this reading for you. So bear with me. What I'm trying to say, why I shared that was bear with me. It is long. It is a longer reading from the card before I get to my interpretations. But yeah, it's worth it because it's different. You just have to bear with it. All right. Now, to the Igbo people of the Delta State in Nigeria is known as Nazu and recognized as a substance connected to royalty, signifying blessings, protection of ancestors, and purity. In that cultural group, white chalk or Nazu is utilized in the coronation of the king or obi. Preparation for such an honor involves smearing of white chalk over the body, wearing white garments, and spending a specific period of time in isolation. This process allows for blessings to be received from the ancestors. Those blessings are then shared with the congregation upon emergence, as white chalk is thrown over the people in dance. Guys, listen to this. Are you feeling this with me? Okay. Wow, I've just had come through to me. You're needed. Your wisdom is needed. You are a channel, a vessel, a messenger of light and spirit. And in order for you to access your gifts fully to full capacity, in order to then help yourself and others to full capacity, is you are required, okay? The spirit is asking you to take this time. The time we've just mentioned about earlier, that time out is crucial for not only you, but for those that you are serving and helping and supporting. Without that time, you are so, like if I could share this as a vision, I'm seeing now a spider web, right? And you can only see the middle. You can only see the first few little strands, but this web is huge and this web is connected to so many other parts and it reaches out bigger and further than you can imagine. It's like a huge web and you don't even know where it ends, right? But in order for you to access those further parts of the web, you need to sit still in the middle, all right? In order for you to catch your prey, your prey meaning to access these gifts of yours even more and dig deeper into them, you need to sit still in the middle of your web. And that web could be in your garden, it could be in a park, it could be at the beach, it could be in a forest, wherever you want that web to be. Could even be just inside your room or your front room or whatever, wherever. It does not matter because the location is irrelevant so long as it's quiet enough for you to relax enough to go inward, relax enough to stop and be still, and relax enough to close your eyes, and relax enough to listen to yourself and your true calling, and to access that truth and wisdom that you then will share with your tribe, okay? Your tribe are the people around you, people you've never even met, people you don't even know exist. They need you, and your messages and your wisdom needs to be shared. So if you need to hear this today, please accept this as truth, because it is the truth of what you need to hear, and it is the truth of you. You are powerful. You are wise and you have gifts beyond measure. When we are so busy running around, dashing here to there, distracting ourselves with food, TV, people, conversation, whatever, we are not present and we cannot download what we need and receive from spirit what we need. As I say this, I'm looking out the window and I see a aeroplane, and it's very cloudy outside. It's been a huge storm yesterday and the clouds are very dull, and I just saw a glimmer of the aeroplane. And if I wasn't sat so still right now looking out the window, I would never have noticed it. And that is just confirmation of the message I've just shared, that if you are not still and not quiet and not present, you will not notice the messages. You will not receive what you need to receive, because there is no way for them to come in. I'm going to end this here for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this card and this message. Now, if you want the extended version, please drop a comment below and I will upload another video. But this is where I'm going to leave it for now. But if you really enjoyed this and it really helped you, please do let me know in the comments, and I will then be inspired to create another video for you. All right. On this message, I mean, I'm still going to create videos. Oh dear. All right, guys. Well, yeah, really deep there, really profound. You're a leader. You are no sheep. You are a lion, a lioness. You are strong, capable, and powerful, with gifts beyond measure. Never forget that. All right, take care, guys. Bye. Hello, beautiful soul. This is if you were drawn to card number 2. This is for you. Look at this beautiful image, this powerful image. What comes to you when you see this image? For me, okay, I just want to add before we start, just to remind you that I do offer personal readings. If you would like one, please check the description and you can book in there. All right, let's begin. Your authenticity may require that you purposefully disengage from societal convention and the various belief systems of mass consciousness. Create space between you and that which you would constrain rather than inspire. Okay? Create space between you and that which would constrain rather than inspire and motivate your soul to realize and express its truth. Spiritual maturity drives the soul to liberate itself from socially mundane moralities in order to seek and live by heartfelt integrity. Only a soul willing to journey back the societal pressure to conform becomes able to experience the sacred and understand the spiritual laws that govern in preservation. Such a soul can then nourish society with its wisdom, something that cannot occur if the soul is hampered by fearful compulsion to adhere to imposed belief systems. So in short, if you're too busy trying to, fit in with society and the norms, you're not going to tap into your true power and live your true life in this lifetime, because fear and conformity are not what you're here for, okay? There is a great source of spiritual power available to humanity. Access to such potency requires willingness to abandon herd mentality. You are not a sheep, you are lion. Excuse me. You are not a sheep, you are a lion. If you are listening to this reading, I just want to add here that card number 1 was also talking about this specific point as well, to do with not being part of the herd and the crowd and being a leader. So you might want to listen to that if you haven't. Very, very, very powerful card number 1. Okay, so there is a great source of spiritual power available to humanity, and access to such potency requires willingness to abandon herd mentality, trust the heart, and live life in alignment with deeper values of the soul and the spiritual laws of the universe. Do not allow fear to confuse or distract you from your soul path. Taboo or taboo derives from the Polynesian word tapu in Tonga. It refers to that which is simultaneously forbidden or cursed and inviolable, I heard that word before, and filled with sacred power. In Tahiti, tapu is that which is restricted and sacred, and also an oath. In the Maori culture of New Zealand, it denotes that which is prohibited under ritual restriction. In Hawaii, the term kapu describes that which is sacred and holy, and also prohibited. The original meanings of this word reveal a deeply embedded cultural understanding of the necessity to uphold a recognition and respect for the sacred. It is demarcated from the regular activities of society. It is guarded, protected, and revered. In increasingly secularized societies, where connection to the sacred is not socially codified and is readily dismissed as baseless superstition, the initiate has to summon the wisdom and strength to seek, uncover, and honor their own sense of the sacred. They must restore that essential divine nutrient to the soul and have the courage to stand upon their own spiritual ground, even though their peers and loved ones may not understand what they are doing or why. Nobody needs to understand your path. Nobody needs to be on your path with you. This is about you stepping up, stepping out, stepping aside, and moving and leading. If you want, you're the mother duck, right? If you're male or female, listening doesn't matter. You're the mother duck and you're walking forward. And if your little baby ducklings want to follow you, they'll follow you, but you're not going to be rounding them up like a sheep wolf, okay? You are going to move forward and lead, and if they follow, they follow. You're going to waddle along anyway, right? Yeah? 1 minute I'm calling you a lion, the next minute you're a duck, but that's just how it is in my readings. All right, so people don't need to understand. To see something that many others do not see, to value that perception and act upon it, requires courage of conviction. It may involve a prolonged testing period that challenges the soul not to cave to self-doubt in the absence of external validation. You don't need it, baby, right? The heroic-hearted, innate sense, the illusion of safety, I was talking about the illusion of security the other day as well, with people that are in jobs that feel like they're secure. That job could be gone at any moment and you're going to be miserable. You may as well do what you love, right? Jim Carrey quote, you can fail at what you don't want, so you may as well pursue what you do, right? The heroic-hearted initiate sense of illusion of safety, comfort, ease, and conditional happiness that accompanies the choice to live within the confines of the society within which one has been raised. Boom! Moving within the consciousness of the masses may initially appear to keep the soul in a relatively safe and steady middle ground. Life may seem easier, yet one doesn't rock the boat, so to speak. Yet the initiate cannot help but feel spiritually inspired to venture beyond the known world. That's you. You cannot help yourself because it is what you're meant to do. These yearnings, these urges, these impulses, these inspired actions, they are there for you. You are meant to follow them. They are not there for you to question. Okay. If you feel like you don't fit in, it's because you don't. If you feel like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing or where you're supposed to be going, it's because you're still discovering that. If you feel like you are questioning your life purpose, why am I here? What am I doing? Yada, yada, yada. It's because you are discovering this, right? You're discovering who you are, and you need to follow your intuition, your impulses, your urges, your desires, your curiosities. You're not here to be told what to do, to sit in a cubicle from 9 to 5, to go home, to eat from a box, to sleep in a box, and to drive your box to work the next day. You are not meant to fit in no box, right? No box. You are a diamond, and diamonds don't fit into squares. Diamonds are multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-curious, creative, multi-gifted, right? You've got a lot going on. The reason you don't fit in, you feel like you don't, is because you don't, right? You've got something else. You've got a gift. You are unique and special. Even though there will be tests and challenges to confront and a need for courage, there is a sacred primal need on the shamanic soul path to outgrow convention, to overcome the fear that bonds one to externally driven value systems, to let the soul expand and breathe more freely, touching into the far fiercer, kinder, wiser, and more vitalizing powers of the expansive spiritual dimensions. The shamanic soul yearns for expansion and depth beyond safely sanctioned society. Guys, come on, you're born for this. This oracle speaks of a time when you must have the courage to move beyond where society is at. Lean into a deeper knowing housed within your heart. Your guardianship of the sacred in your life is an expression of spiritual respect and reverence, which generates far-reaching benefit for humanity and our planet. If you'd like to hear the rest of this reading, this is the reading finished, but more of a in-depth, more expansion on this, more information on this, a healing process, a ritual that you can do to help with all of this, to integrate, please drop a comment below, and I will be more encouraged to make that video for you. If it's wanted, I will create. Okay, if it is my calling, I shall deliver. So please let me know in the comments if this has resonated and if you would like that. Yeah, I go where I'm called as well, you see. Whatever is needed, and there's a reason for it. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. I hope that you are aware now of your power. If you've forgotten just lately, because you are powerful. You are different because you are different, and you are not supposed to fit in. You are wonderful, you are bright, you are a diamond, baby, not a square. So have a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Hello, beautiful soul. If you picked this beautiful card, number 3, Isha Hak Hama. This carry on reading this card, before I even look at what was written in this book to go with this card, I do feel intuitively that you feel stuck. You feel somehow powerless, but you're not stuck or powerless. Neither. It's all unfolding for you. You just need to be patient. Okay? Right, let's continue reading. Right, you are being steadily guided towards beauty and truth. What might be regarded as an obstacle today can tomorrow become that which is gratefully recognized as protection. Just lately, these past few days, I've been, and even this morning driving, I thought of that quote, rejection is redirection, or rejection is protection. If something's not meant to be, for whatever it's regarding, there's a reason for that. If it didn't work out, there's a reason for that. If you went to achieve something or do something or get something and you couldn't, or it didn't happen, it wasn't meant to. You are being protected. Your heart holds the courageous wisdom of patience. Patience supports the development and manifestation of your authentic higher calling. Patience is not waiting for something to happen. It is the recognition that much of the essential inner work takes place beneath conscious awareness and is even now intelligently accomplishing notable progress. You are ripening into your whole self. You are on a worthy and good and spiritually necessary journey. Though you may not yet see it or know it, your time for fruition is divinely decreed. It's all about divine timing. Think about it as like you're in your cocoon stage of becoming a butterfly, and we have multiple versions of this throughout our lives. It's like we're different butterflies at different stages, and we have different cocoons, and it's the roller coaster. It's up, it's down, it's in, it's out, it's stillness, it's movement, it's yin yang balance, you know, it's everything. It's all divine timing. There are times when we simply must dispense within the platitudes that may undermine a legitimate understanding of what is really going on, encouraging us to play dumb and ignore the harm that is inflicted upon our soul by doing so, and instead accept difficult truths that require us to grow. This growth may seem frightening at first or painful, yet it is surprising just how much fear evaporates when we become willing to simply accept something as it is, not trying to dress it up to the proverbial sew's ear into a silk purse, right? Sometimes in our enthusiasm to honor our calling in life, we can overlay our essence, our potential, even our purpose, with too many plans and preconceived notions. Some strategy and planning can be important, right? And is important, an important part of your vision and journey and manifesting. However, the deep inner calling of the shamanic soul is always to live in truth and to honor spiritual alignment above all else. I'm going to repeat that. The deep inner call of the shamanic soul is always, always to live in truth and to honor spiritual alignment above all else, including our best laid plans. This spiritual freedom and integrity is how the shamanic soul gains its power to move rather than to be moved by the world. The truth is that sometimes plans need to change and a new potential becomes available that is essential for the soul to actualize and to express its destiny. There can be pain in the process of letting go, yet when that is the right decision for your soul, there will be a surging relief, joy, and sense of freedom as you bounce back into spiritual alignment. This oracle speaks of liminal space at this time in your life. Liminal space is non-ordinary reality. It is the feeling of being in between something, an end not yet fully resolved within your heart, perhaps, and fruition that is being worked towards but not yet completely actualized. Liminal space is psychic birthing space. One could say that the shamanic life path is always liminal, as the shaman is a mediatrix, an intermediary birthing to flow the energies between the human and spiritual dimensions. This is not an ordinary life in that sense, though it will be filled with the graceful grounding of ordinary moments alongside the spiritually extraordinary terrain the shamanic soul will journey through. To function well in liminal space, one needs to cultivate considerable reserves of patience, equanimity, and contentment, manifesting as an ability to sense the self, the safe and settled spiritual space within which to perch, whilst allowing the creative chaos of change to swirl around you. You might want to listen back to that last section because that was very wordy, but it was also very meaningful and helpful. So it was quite difficult to say, let alone, for you guys to maybe understand. But what I was picking up there was very powerful. So have a little rewind of that last minute, 30 seconds. I've lost sense of time. It doesn't exist. Time is not real. It is an illusion. Anyway, in Talmudic times, the midwife was also known as Hakama. The wise soul is the one that facilitates birth on all levels. The priestess of liminal space supports the soul in moving between the worlds. The midwife wisdom teaches us to prepare for birth, to ready ourselves, to honor the process of gestation and protect against disruptive influences, to ensure the healthy delivery of a precious new form of life into the world. This oracle speaks of new worlds opening up for you. There may be more than one creative path equally suitable for your soul's manifestation. Whether you see it or not, you have choices available. Trust your intuition rather than outer appearances to carefully weigh your options. You are spiritually supported and protected to recognize the most balanced and beneficial approach. And sometimes this may be to simply wait for circumstances to develop and consequent clarity to hatch, right? You're a chicken sitting on your egg and your egg's not hatched yet, and you will know intuitively when it's time. And if you don't know, just sit and be patient, and yet it will come, okay? It will come. The softness of surrender often needs to be paired with fierce protective mama bear instincts for what must be shielded from the prying eyes and potentially disruptive influences, even of well-meaning passers-by. Liminal space is not public space. Its very nature is internal, subtle, and regenerative. Although you will often be able to live a somewhat regular day-to-day existence during deep transformational work, there are certain facets of your journey that must be granted the space and privacy needed for germination, gestation, and birth to be able to happen. Give yourself the permission, the energy, and the time to honor the needs of your own soul process. Call upon the powers that nourish, enhance, encourage, and protect this process. Trust your inner knowing and believe in your capacity to evoke the necessary spiritual guardianship to guide and secure your process. This is the price, a beautiful, blessed bargain at twice the price of your own authentic becoming. Whew, it's deep. It is deep. Very deep. Now, there's more to this reading. There is much more. There is a lot more. There was pages and pages more and more to come. There's also a healing process for you to do that will help you to integrate what I've shared with you today. If you would like to hear this, please do comment below and I will upload another video for you. And if you don't comment below, I will not know what you want and whether you liked it. So please do share with me. I would really appreciate that. I really hope this reading touched you in a way that helped you today, supported you, guided you, and brought you clarity. If you would like a personal reading, please do reach out. There is so much that I can share with you, okay? That is very important and helpful on your spiritual journey in this life, because we are spirits. living within and housed inside these bodies, but we are spirits and we need support. So yes, please do reach out if you feel inclined. Now, guys, have a beautiful day, night, evening, wherever you are in this wonderful, crazy roller coaster of a universe. And yeah, take care of your beautiful self. Know your strength. Know that you are exactly where you need to be. And if you feel inclined, please do reach out. All right, take care. Bye for now.